away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave to lust, heart building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out, like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Give up what your friends think. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, gon' bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station. You hear the same old song. I feel like dog, I'm about to drop the bomb. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Down, pass it around, hey. What with me now? We running wild, hey. And nobody gang, we on the town, hey. Never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it.
It's so important to find players you can really commit to in these first few rounds. You'd hate to have to readdress these same positions later on. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. One thing this team's gonna need is some leaders, and they've got one right here. This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front, or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? So, with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, I tell you, you're not going to get too far in this competition without a superstar or two. And this guy right here certainly fits that billing.
All up in my face, you're not from the clique. Give me space, we might ride it. Most say that, baby, they don't love the clique. I thought they love you when you make it. This is mud.
And that's a pick that'll solve a lot of problems out there. He'll fit in nicely.
I'm brotherless. Trying to get back close, hit him with the stiff. Gears and shift. Make sure they...
Oh, this guy's a rare talent. And a huge upgrade over what they had before.
In every song I said, yeah. In every song I said, I'm just proud of my accomplishments. I'm a 400, I don't care. Don't have a head on version. Talking about I'm real, I'm fraud. Your kids and broad, they straight, you shouldn't care.
Please tell me why you always leave.
Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here, or get yourself some help up front?
Please tell me why you always leave.
Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available.
Yeah, 104 times how it go down. Slaps on deck for the whole town. On my man, I did it with my own sound. And I got
both offensive and defensive options here. They might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention.
I done slid in already. Gotta ask YG if he hit it already. Yeah.
Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside.
They try to box me in, I got my own angles, yeah. I'ma spend the summer getting to the cake and I'ma wishing wood on every candle. I'm like,
Please, please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave. Please, please tell me why you always leave.
And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster.
Please, please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late.
Hold down. What's that? Ask no questions, just hold it down. While you hating on the progress, I'm a humble, I don't even pause what I do. I just drive the Maybach through the project. It's still brazen, I ain't even drive.
Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get them over the hump.
Anybody, I see why they don't like me. Yelling out 400, they go too heavy. I'm with the posse back at one platinum. That mean I got a kid.
Please, please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave. Please, please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave. Please, please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave. Please, please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Hard to admit that I used to draw portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance, who's in a bedroom, who's in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the hand dragging his graphite, cross contour, a little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all you can do, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carry for Ryan Matthews. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Newton now on second down. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Well, this is brought in by Pryor. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Pryor has it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. And some space here.
Go, you got this.
Past the 20. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 40 yards on the ground. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
I don't know. I really want to do that.
Newton on 1st down.
Cam.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Ezekiel Ansah in there to bury him for a loss of 11. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great one.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Edwards with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
Oh, no.
And Scobie's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good.
Ooh, is he going to make a change? Let's go, bro. Has Marcus Mariota as his quarterback? I wonder if he's going to the restroom.
Way to get things going here in this game.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Second down, Mariota. He's got time. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Darryl Smith able to get him for a loss of about 3. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. To throw is Mariota. Goes underneath for down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st down, it's Newton. Going for it all. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Well, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Terrell Suggs with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Cruz has it over the middle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Flushed out right. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. He'll buy some time right. And an alley to run. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Eluding the pressure right. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in the bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Mariota to throw it. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A first down throw for Mariota. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Mariota. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Frank's kick is good. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Darrell Smith in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. The linebacker, Josh Maga, brings him down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Mariota now on second down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And back at the 8 now. Third and goal. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Third and goal. Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Oh, and a replay. There's nothing to check.
Austin Safarian-Jenkins from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3.
The only way I can get this is give a touchdown, keep conversion.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know most defenses, 3 levels: D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them, and then you throw the ball over their heads, and now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
Second down following the incompletion. Second and 10, Newton again. Now they go screen, it's complete. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on third down, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Newton, fourth down. And Blake, the tight end's got it. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On first down, Newton. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's third down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for them to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And this is brought in by Pryor. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw, Newton. And he slings one that's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Newton throwing again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal. Now Newton on third and goal. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They come out here in the eye. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Throwing here, Mariota. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Here's Mariota. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
I got that.
4th down, Mariota.
Yeah.
And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. A give to Bell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Mariota. Caught. It's Cruz left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Mariota. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Mariota here to throw. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Mariota to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
That'll do it from here for Charles Davis and all our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Draft Champions here on EA Sports. For more, head on over to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.
Hear the most cringiest music ever? My friend makes music. You want to hear the cringiest thing ever?
We're awake, we're alive, got the fire.
Hey, at least it's not a SoundCloud rapper.
And if this is just a dream, don't wanna wake up. Let this feeling break up. We're running free, running wild,
Stop.
never running out of style. Got the fight, got the stuff, got the never giving up. Not gonna shake us. Nothing's gonna break.
No, this one is bad though. No. Now let's do this one again.
As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break 'em when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. You know the part of the song, everybody sings along. Well, that's us, listen up, shout it out, I'm talking all night. The end is nowhere in sight. From the streets to the tracks, here's to never looking back. 'Cause the past doesn't last, as long as we're together. Just keeps getting better, just keeps getting better. We know we are brighter than all the stars.
Oh, how about this for a tough decision early on? Which direction they go? Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around.
Break 'em when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay.
Yeah, not too much analysis needed here. This is quite a get at this stage of the draft.
Unwinding every moment.
The Raiders may not be coming off the best season, but they do have a few good assets. And here's a chance for a second to come off the board. These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your team, because if you pass on certain positions, there's no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into a starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition. Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to him or go after someone who can help you up front? Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have to go after a lower-rated player just to make sure you get coverage in all areas. Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each ear. Do you go offense or defense? Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. Tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front or get yourself a player in what we call a skill position? Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club.
Ready to hear it? From behind.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape.
To be honest, it's not that bad for a kid that's like 13. You have to admit that. Because it's a lot harder than you think. You have to find stuff that actually rhymes.
First down, Brady. And incomplete to open things up. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can only... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that brings up fourth down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one good for 21 yards. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Fresh set of downs here. First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. They find some open field here. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, if you're the team that has the ball, you're loving this series. No matter what you're dialing up, in the air, on the ground, you're getting big-time chunks of yardage. And right now, they've got that defense wobbling.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Please say the next one is actually good. This one is a good one, but there's some better ones. Never mind. Gunner again.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Here's Brady to throw. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Not only did they drop it look like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Yes, this is hard for the delay.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it is incomplete.